Good day, here are the headlines from the Philippine News Agency. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. is positive that the government's housing project will significantly boost the Philippine economy. In a meeting at the Malacanang Palace, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., along with officials of the Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development, National Economic and Development Authority, and other concerned agencies, discussed several measures that will bolster the government's housing initiatives. During the meeting, the President was given updates on the current housing programs and analysis highlighting issues. The DHSUD proposed several measures to support the 4PH program. These include a funding guarantee to increase confidence among financial institutions and attract private sector participation. The President was also urged to certify the 4PH bill as priority legislation for the upcoming State of the Nation address. Marcos meanwhile directed agencies to compile accurate data to assess risks and determine real-world costs to ensure the effectiveness and sustainability of the said program. Armed Forces of the Philippines Chief General Romeo Bronner Jr. has condemned China for its latest act of reckless and aggressive harassment targeting a rotation and resupply mission for Filipino troops stationed at the BRP Sierra Madre in Ayungin Shoal. In a statement, Bronner stressed that Chinese Coast Guard has no right or legal authority to interfere with the country's legitimate operations or damage its assets that are within the exclusive economic zone. He said this reckless and aggressive behavior has caused bodily harm and violated international maritime law, Philippine sovereignty, and sovereign rights. The AFP earlier said the CCG's intentional ramming of the Philippine ship on June 17 severely injured one Navy personnel. The AFP strongly denounces these actions, which not only infringe upon Philippine maritime rights, but also pose significant risks to regional stability. Earlier reports said at least 8 Navy personnel were hurt, with one losing a finger, when Chinese maritime forces allegedly boarded and punctured the rigid-hulled inflatable boats and confiscated several items on board. The AFP has yet to confirm these allegations. Defense Secretary Gilberto Chodoro Jr. earlier said China's dangerous and reckless behavior in the WPS shall be resisted by the AFP. The Department of Agriculture says the sale of subsidized rice in various Kadiwa sites will benefit 30% of targeted population. The DA is conducting a trial sale of 29 pesos per kilogram of rice in select Kadiwa sites where beneficiaries may buy up to 3 kilograms of rice each. Agriculture Assistant Secretary Arnel de Mesa said targeted beneficiaries include the poor, elderly, and single parents, as well as persons with disabilities, beneficiaries of Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program, and those with weak purchasing power. He said the mechanics for the rice sale and distribution in Kadiwa sites are still being finalized and may be rolled out in August. De Mesa said the general public or those not listed as target beneficiaries of the cheaper rice may still enjoy lower retail prices of rice, which will be implemented after the tariff reduction from 35% to 15%. The Philippines has secured a firm commitment from the Japanese government to facilitate the hiring of more Filipino workers. House Speaker Martin Romualdez said this resulted from a high-level discussions with National Diet of Japan Speaker Fukushiro Nukaga and Vice Speaker Badri Keida in Tokyo on Tuesday. During the meeting, Keida acknowledged Japan's need for workers, particularly in crucial sectors such as elderly care due to its decrease in population. He also noted the valuable contributions of Filipino workers in Japan. Nukaga, meanwhile, committed to continued cooperation to help uplift the Philippine economy, citing the presence of 1,400 Japanese companies operating in the Philippines. Nukaga also noted the importance of the alliance between Japan, the US, and the Philippines to ensure safe maritime, transport, and regional stability. In response, Romualdez thanked Japan for nurturing and accepting the more than 300,000 Filipinos residing in the country and underscored the potential for enhanced cooperation between the two nations. In other news, the Metro Manila Council approved in principle a resolution urging local government units to monitor and regulate the installation of utility lines and streets in the National Capital Region. Metropolitan Manila Development Authority Acting Chair Romando Artes on Tuesday said MMDA Resolution 2416 Series of 2024 includes orders to remove and maintain dangling cables or those so-called spaghetti wires. Artes cited an instance where a utility post fell due to the weight of these spaghetti wires and caused traffic congestion. To avoid inconveniences caused by the temporary disruption of services while uninstalling these wires, Artis said an information drive will be launched to warn residents. The resolution also seeks to improve coordination between local officials and utility providers on the removal of dangling wires that may cause danger. Earlier, Bulacan Representative Salvador Plato Sr. filed House Bill number 10427 that will require utility providers to maintain and remove sagging, dangling, and non-operational or unused wires and cables. In February, Senator Rafi Tulfo filed Senate Resolution number 922 seeking to investigate the frequent road accidents caused by mishandling and improper maintenance of live wires and unattended cables. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, please visit our website, pna.gov.ph, or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The Philippine Headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account via the News and Information Bureau website, nib.gov.ph, under Pna News, or on the Facebook page of the Presidential Communications Office, or PCO. I am Stephanie Civiliano, and this is the Pna Headlines, bringing stories to the nation.